Welcome, everyone in the United States, Canada, and around the world to another episode of It's a Wrap with Rap, the podcast of overcomers and useful information to better our daily life and mental well-being. My guest today is Claire Cavalieri, certified in wellness from Harvard Medical School. Claire works with individuals wishing to avoid premature aging and diseases and the desire to keep their body young, their mind sharp, and flourish as they age. Claire offers health, fitness, and nutrition expertise to those committed to the health and well being of their future selves. She is a frequent guest on numerous nationally and internationally known podcasts where she offers her expert insights on topics ranging from nutrition and sleep to the mind body connection to slow aging and extend longevity. Welcome, Claire, to the podcast.
Ron, thank you so much for having me this evening, and I look forward to a exciting conversation about health and wellness.
Yes, absolutely. Our audience is really interested in this type of thing, and we're so happy we could have you on. I want to get going right away. How did you get involved in the wellness field? And please tell us about the lifestyle principles you grew up with associated with nutrition, alcohol consumption, exercise, sugar-laden foods and treats, and that kind of thing.
Well, I grew up in an Italian American home in Michigan, and my parents were very active. So, because Michigan is surrounded by the Great Lakes and it happens to be a state that enjoys the four seasons, we were outdoors a lot. And my
Sure.
parents, as I said, were active. So we were uh, lucky enough to be in nature. Believe it or not, Michigan often, although it gets a bad rep, is very beautiful. It is, it not only does it have the beautiful Great Lakes around it, but there's a lot of inland lakes and there's a lot of trees and parks and things like that. So we did things like we went swimming, we were able to snow ski, cross country ski, water ski, play tennis, play golf, hike, um, play, we golfed. I mean, we did just about everything you can think of. We did these things as a family. We went camping, um, not that rough camping, but we did go.
Not that glam stuff.
It wasn't that rough, but we did, go out on the beach and stuff like that. But we were outdoors all the time. And then in terms of how did we eat, my mother was Italian. Um, and it's not that she cooked pasta all the time. And people always think, oh, if you're Italian, you eat pasta all the time. That is so not true.
Yeah, I
My
know.
mother
Yeah.
was slightly overweight. And so she prepared healthy meals like we ate a lot of fish. I don't know if people are aware that back in the day, Italians are Catholic, and there was this rule about you had to eat fish on Fridays.
Sure, the
So
old fish. I remember the mock fish sticks on Friday at school.
we had fish on Friday, which I didn't always like, but I eventually developed this fondness for fish. So we had fish, we had chicken, but we did not have beef a lot, except when my dad would grill burgers outside on the grill, especially in the summer.
Yeah.
So my mother always made vegetables with our meal or salad. And we had to eat it. Believe me, my dad enforced eating the vegetables and we had to finish it too. And then in terms of sweets, we never had sweets. We always had some sort of fruit for dessert, but in terms of sweets, only on holidays or special occasions were we able to have like cake or something like that. So our diet, as it turns out, was more of a Mediterranean diet that I didn't even realize it at the time. So we didn't snack, only occasionally. My dad really liked salty snacks, so we did have some chips and crackers around, but never were there like candy and brownies and ice cream around the house at all. So I grew up really having a well-rounded appreciation for whole foods, as they call it today.
Yeah.
And not a lot of pasta. I never remember my mother making lasagna, but once in a while, when her parents came to visit, they lived out east, she would make spaghetti, which I loved. Um, but
Yeah, who
that's the
doesn't,
way
right?
I grew up eating. And because of the fact that over time, I was always so active with my parents as I grew up, I had this need to always be doing something physical. And then eating healthy became my standard. So as I became an adult and thinking about, well, what do I want to do with a career?
Right.
I thought to myself, when you put together my desire to always be active and I eat healthy, I'm kind of a health nut. Um, what can I do with this? I want to show other people, what I do that I'm kind of crazy about.
Sure.
So
You got
at
into
that
wellness field.
time,
Yeah.
there was this trending word.
If you are enjoying listening to or viewing the podcast, we would appreciate you spreading the word by sharing the podcast to your family and friends. Please visit the podcast website, itsawrapwithrap.com, where you can find all the episodes, previews of future episodes, the podcast Book Nook, showcasing many of the books our guests have authored, and a link to subscribe to the podcast email list, as well as products and services offered by our sponsors.
Called wellness. So I just decided to become a wellness coach.
Yeah, well, you were living it, so
Yeah,
why not make a living at it?
yeah.
I have to admit, I have switched a while back to this quote Mediterranean diet, and it really is great. I mean, you feel full and you feel a lot better than eating a lot of beef and fast food and all that kind of junk. So, to anybody out there, definitely take a look into the Mediterranean diet, and we're going to talk more about it. Now, many people believe, Claire, that fate controls our health. What do you say to that?
I know they believe that, and it's understandable why they believe that. But I say it's not necessarily true. Um, Only 10 to 20% of likelihood that people will inherit the same fate that their parents or an older relative had, their same disease that a parent died from or you know had to live with.
Right,
For example, like diabetes or dementia. But largely, people have control over their future health 80 to 90% of the time by the lifestyle choices that we make, like our diet, like what we drink, like where we live, like how we think, like the quality of our relationships, like whether or not we exercise. So the lifestyle choices that we make over the course of time really does determine our long-term health.
and I understand. Now you were doing this for a long time, but just as a question for
Mhm.
people out there, there's no time limit. I mean, even if you aren't doing these things, you can, at any age, you can still change, right?
Yeah. I mean, even if you're, let's say you're 60
Right.
or you're even 70, you can start changing things. You can start changing your diet. And even within 4 weeks, you can see and feel changes in your body.
Yeah. So for people out there, you don't have to start this at 20 or 10 or 15 years old.
No.
You can do this, make this choice anytime you want. Now, many of us live with fast food diets, fast-paced living, constant stress that accelerates aging and wears us down before our time, leading to people always being tired, gaining weight, waking up stiff and sore in the morning, sluggish, more often than not, fearing, like you said, we are next in line for the deadly disease in our family history. Also noticing our skin and hair are changing. A lot of people, their hair is thinning. Uh, Tell us about your approach. You call it the slow aging method to slow down aging at the cellular level naturally and what it is based on.
My slow aging method is essentially three things.
Okay.
One, it's a modernized version of the Mediterranean diet. Two, it is consistently moving at least 5 days a week for 30 minutes. And three, it is nurturing healthy relationships and having a sense of purpose in one's life.
Okay.
That's what my slow aging method is.
Okay. So we're talking about the quote Mediterranean diet, which we touched upon. Huh?
It's my version, is slightly updated version of it, but yes.
Okay. Constantly moving. Now we're talking about exercise, 30 minutes, 5 times a week.
Yeah, a consistency. That just means, um, yeah, 5 times a week or 5 days a week, 30 minutes a day, preferably, if that's possible. But yeah, and it doesn't mean exercise, it means some form of movement. It could be gardening, it could be cutting the grass, any movement that people can get either by cleaning the house, but some kind of moving the body rather than being sedentary.
Okay. So we're saying motion is lotion.
Yeah,
Yeah. Now,
that's
what,
good.
what what was that last one? Nurturing.
It's nurturing healthy relationships and a sense of purpose. Harvard Medical School just put out a recent study, although it's really not recent outcome, that the number one um, the number one proof of longevity is healthy relationships. It's not exercise, it's not diet, it's not anything else. It's healthy relationships that that will help people live the longest.
I believe that. Because if you have a bad relationship, it's just going to wear on your brain.
Exactly.
It's just
It
going to bog it's
creates
going to bog you down.
it creates so much stress.
Yeah.
And the
Yeah.
longer it goes on, the more stress you have. And you know what the number one killer of in the world is? Stress.
Yeah. That's it.
It
That
causes heart attacks, it causes strokes. And yeah, so if you want to live long, have a healthy have healthy relationships. That doesn't mean marriage per se. It just means healthy relationships.
so for people out there who are in relationships that are not good, I guess what you're saying is get out of those relationships and make new relationships that are better.
Or try to repair those unhealthy relationships if you value them.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. So let's discuss nutrition for a little bit.
Yeah.
What are the best foods to eat to slow the aging process, and what foods actually accelerate the aging process?
Well, if we're talking about the Mediterranean diet, the essence of the Mediterranean diet is plant-based.
Okay.
And that means a lot of fruits and vegetables, whole grains, and legumes. And I know that word is weird. A lot of people don't know what that means. That simply means beans and peas, types of peas. Um, so it's mostly plant-based, and then add in fish and seafood, some other uh, protein like poultry, that would be chicken, some turkey, and occasionally red meat, but not often, maybe once a month. Um, and there is your diet right there.
Now,
And
people are going to say, hearing this, red meat once a month, am I going to get enough protein? But I guess they probably would get it off the legumes, right?
well, first of all, surprisingly, there is a lot of protein in vegetables people don't realize. So that's one thing. But yes, the legumes, beans, have a ton of protein. You know what else has a lot of protein? Um, you'll find protein in some in grains, like quinoa, for example, has a ton of protein.
Okay.
And then, of course, as I mentioned, fish and seafood has protein, and poultry does too. And then eggs do too. Eggs have a ton of protein, and so does some dairy products. So, like if you like cheese, for example, that can be part of your diet.
Okay. What do you think about these protein bars and protein shakes?
Uh, well, let me talk about protein bars. They're usually loaded with sugar.
Yeah.
People don't realize that, but they are. So I would say go stay away from them. Protein shakes, some of them are okay. Beware, read the labels. I would say some of them have sugar in them. And some of them are okay. But I don't know why you need them, to tell you the truth. If you're following the Mediterranean diet as I'm describing it, personally,
What if the life you're living today isn't the life you were meant to live? What if all it takes is a shift, one powerful, intentional switch to transform your mindset, your habits, and your future? Introducing Life Switch by Joel Steele, a dynamic and inspiring roadmap for anyone ready to level up their life, rediscover their potential, and commit to real lasting change. In Life Switch, Joel Steele delivers a clear, practical, and energizing guide to rewiring your thinking, unlocking your inner drive, and stepping into a life that feels authentic, empowered, and intentional. Whether you're battling self doubt, stuck in the same routines, or simply craving more meaning, Life Switch shows you exactly where to begin. Your life changes the moment you decide it must. This is not just another motivational book. Life Switch is action based. Joel Steele takes you step by step through the mental habits, mindset shifts, and lifestyle choices that create genuine transformation, not someday, but now. This book is for the dreamers, the doers, the people who know they are capable of more, but need guidance, clarity, or a spark to awaken what's already inside them. Joel Steele's message is simple. You have the power, you have the choice, you can flip the switch. If you're ready to stop surviving and start truly living, if you're ready to let go of the limits you've accepted for too long, if you are ready to switch on your potential, then Life Switch is the book that will ignite your journey. Get your copy of Life Switch today on Amazon and wherever books are sold. Turn the page, flip the switch, and transform your life.
I don't think you need them. I realize that as we age, we need more protein to keep our muscles healthy and strong. But personally, I don't think people need to add protein shakes to the diet. If you're following the Mediterranean diet and you're doing consistent movement, you should be good. Back to your previous question about what causes aging, what foods cause aging,
Yeah.
the number one food is sugar. Um, so that would be like refined sugar products, cakes, ice cream, candy, um, brownies, cupcakes, that kind of stuff.
All the good
And
stuff.
then, you know what? None of that turns me on. I realize a lot of people have sweet tooth.
Yeah.
But that kind of stuff. Sugar is toxic to the body.
Yeah.
Secondly, alcohol, and that is also toxic to the body.
Yep.
And thirdly, ultra processed foods. And that does include the first thing I mentioned, which is sugar, all that sweet stuff that I just itemized, but it also includes other kinds of ultra processed foods, such as um, potato chips and crackers and pretzels and McDonald's and all the other fast food chains that are on Main Street, USA. So all that junk food and soda pop. Oh my God, soda pop is the worst.
I
It's
know.
loaded with sugar and including diet soda pop. So stay away from all that garbage.
Okay, now there is non-sugar stuff out there on the market. For example, you can buy sugar-free chocolate, popcorn, for example. You can buy sugar-free wafers. They don't have sugar in them, but they do have sugar substitutes.
Yeah.
What's your thought on that?
Okay. Well, you're right. They don't have sugar, but yes, they have a sugar substitute like aspartame,
Yeah.
and that stuff is toxic. It's a chemical and it's toxic to our bodies. So skip it. The only sugar that you can use that is okay would be like monk fruit, stevia, or the natural sugars like you can get a date sugar, maple sugar, or maple syrup, and use them in small quantities.
Okay, now the fructose and all the fruit, that's okay.
Yeah, yes, I recommend any kind of berries, strawberries, blueberries,
Yeah.
raspberries, huckleberries. All those berries are very good for the microbiome. They have polyphenols in them, and they're very low sugar, fructose, as you just mentioned, content. But they're natural sugars.
Yeah.
So yeah, you can eat those, and everybody should. And some other fruits have fairly low sugar content, like kiwi is really good. Um, some other watermelon, believe it or not, has a fairly low sugar content, even though it's sweet. Some of the other fruits have a higher sugar content, like bananas, pineapple.
Yeah.
Um,
But it's still not a bad sugar.
no, it's not. So, I do encourage people to eat fruit
Yeah.
as opposed to, the refined sugars, like I mentioned earlier, like cookies and candy and cake and
Yeah.
cupcakes and that kind of stuff.
Now I've started making smoothies where
Yeah.
I'll put raspberries, strawberries,
Yeah.
blueberries, banana,
Yeah.
and put some I drink almond milk.
Yeah. That's
I,
wonderful.
I put almond milk in there and
Hmm.
a couple ice cubes and chia seeds.
Oh, those are good.
Yeah. And tastes great, you know.
Yeah. And
So
it's filling
if
too.
you have a sweet tooth, think about that.
Yeah. It's very healthy. And then, to add to that, you could add some green stuff, like you could put avocado in there. You could add Spinach,
Yeah,
you wouldn't even taste it, believe me. It sounds like ew,
yeah,
but you could add to that, and spinach has protein in it. It might turn it funny color, might look a little more green, or might even start looking a little brown, but it's really going to boost up the nutrients in your smoothie.
yeah. I'll have to try that. Now, let's talk about thoughts. How do our thoughts affect our health?
Well, multiple research studies have proven that having a positive mindset is much more healthy for our body than negative mindset. People who have a continual overall positive mindset are healthier people. And it's proven that people who get some sort of illness, let's say even cancer or heart attack, recover more quickly. And this is the way it works. It's all chemistry. People who have positive thoughts, um, such as feeling happy, feeling gratitude, feeling love, feeling appreciation. Those feelings turn into neurotransmitters and hormones such as oxytocin, serotonin, dopamine, and they penetrate over a period of time, not overnight, but when you have those positive feelings pervade your body, over time, those good feeling chemicals will boost your immune system
Right.
and keep you healthier and stronger to keep illness and diseases away. On the flip side, if you are a chronic negative thinker and you worry and you feel angry and resentful and hateful and lonely, then you're going to, over time, produce negative chemistry, which is going to be stress on your body, like cortisol and adrenaline.
Yeah.
And those chemicals erode your immune system. And when your immune system is eroded, what happens? You get sick, you pick up illnesses, and you can even then make your body subject to disease.
Yeah.
So it's far better to be a positive thinker and feel good. Um, and when negative thoughts come into your mind, just flip them and say, no, I'm not going to worry. I'm going to just let it go
Right.
and believe that everything's going to work out just fine.
Yeah. I mean, you can't worry about things you can't control. And a lot of
Exactly.
people worry about things they can't control.
All the
And
time.
yeah, and yeah, and this all makes sense from a chemistry standpoint. Here you are, you're eating good food, you're exercising, you're feeling better. It's all a win-win.
It is, but some people develop those old patterns from childhood. Probably it could have been the way their parents were, and they just
Yeah,
picked up those habits.
sure. Yeah. Um, One thing I wanted to ask you about, I know a lot of people out there are thinking about it. As we age, our skin changes. What can you tell us about skincare treatments that we can utilize?
Um, First of all, I want to say that if we are taking good care of our health, eating a healthy whole food diet like the Mediterranean diet, it's going to be reflected in the appearance of our skin. And that means our facial complexion, but also the skin all over our bodies. It's going to look healthier. So I encourage everyone. Of course, I'm a strong proponent of the Mediterranean diet, and it's going to show on your skin. On the flip side, if we are eating junk food, fried foods, French fries, and this sugary foods that we were talking about earlier, that's
Yeah.
going to show up on our skin as well. And we make ourselves subject to skin um, irritations and skin diseases. So it starts on the inside. It starts about what you put inside your body, and it's going to be reflected in your skin. Now, in terms of what we put on our skin, I'm a strong proponent of natural products, non-toxic products. It's very easy to check and see uh, what the contents of your skin products are. First of all, you can look on the back of the bottle or container and see what is in your what's in your product. And if you can't decipher what the product contents are, it's most likely toxic.
Yeah.
Um, so that's one thing, but you can Google it all too.
Yeah.
So please stay away from toxic products. They are hormone disruptors. People, especially for women going through perimenopause or menopause, these products like, you buy to put on your skin, lotions, makeup in particular, because it's close to your mouth, close to your eyes. Please be aware of the contents of your makeup. There's a lot of good makeup out there now that is non-toxic. So you can Google those. You can Google non-toxic makeup companies, and you'll get a long list of companies that are not producing non-toxic makeup. Anyway, um, you can also make your own skincare products with natural products like coconut oil. I use coconut oil to remove my makeup. I use witch hazel as a toner. That's a natural product you can get on Amazon. And I use shea butter. It comes from a nut in Africa. It's very inexpensive. You can buy it on Etsy. And it is full of antioxidants. Very inexpensive. It's like $8 for a big container, like you get cottage cheese in. And I put it all over my skin. It also has sun protective characteristics.
Yeah.
Um, so there's a lot that one can do to avoid the toxic products that are on the market. So it's about buyer beware and taking the time to research what you can do to avoid the toxic products, buy ones that are non-toxic, or even make your own.
Yeah, I know I have an app on my phone, and I want to say it's Yucca. Have you heard of that?
Tell me more about that.
Uh let me take a look here. Trying to get the name of it. Yeah, Yucca, Yuka. And this is a free app on your phone,
Uh-huh,
and you can you scan the UPC codes on the labels.
uh-huh.
It tells you if the product is healthy for you.
Oh, I love
And
that.
I think I've used it in the grocery store. Now I don't know about cosmetic products, but you could try it. It's for everybody out there. It's free. It's YUKA.
Okay, good
You can
information. Thank you.
download that. Yeah. Now, tell us about your training in wellness at the Harvard Medical School.
That was a really good program. And what I loved about it is that it really focused more on lifestyle
Hmm.
than diet and fitness. We learned a lot about the relationship and happiness research that Harvard has ongoing, that's been ongoing there for 85 years.
Wow.
And so we yeah, focused on the power of relationships and how they affect longevity, and also how purpose affects the quality of people's lives and well-being. That was the focus of the program.
Yeah, I would think everybody needs a purpose out there. I think
Yeah.
if you're gonna sit around, do nothing, not gonna be good, not gonna come out with a good outcome.
Yeah, and I don't want people to confuse purpose with a job.
Right.
When they're, approaching retirement, think about, oh, what am I going to do now? I'm not going to have any work. Um, it's not about having a job. It's just feeling like when you wake up in the morning, you've got value. You've got a way to express yourself, even if it's, taking care of an animal, or learning a new art form, learning an instrument or a new language or something like that. Um, Something that's developing yourself, um, going somewhere new. Um, so it's not about having a job and having to earn money. That's not what purpose is about, even though a lot of people identify that all their lives that was their purpose, was their job.
Yeah.
That's not what purpose means. It means, having a reason to wake up in the morning and feel good, feel valuable about yourself.
So you could say something like something to increase your self-worth.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's a good way to put it.
Okay. Tell us, everybody's going to love this question. Tell us 5 keys to increasing our life expectancy to live 100 years old.
Well, we've been talking about diet, and really dislike that word diet because people think, oh, diet means I have to lose weight. That's not what it is.
No,
It's about
let's call it a
eating
meal plan, maybe, huh?
a way of eating. It's a style of eating.
Okay.
Yeah. So yes, eating nutritiously, that would be one,
Okay.
and doing that consistently. That would be one thing you could do to start your journey towards living to be 100.
Right.
Secondly, would be moving your body every day for 30 minutes.
Got it.
Third would be sleeping at least 7 hours, quality sleep, at least 7 hours a night.
Okay.
Number four would be nurturing healthy relationships.
Okay.
And then the fifth one, I would say avoiding toxins. And that would be what we kind of talked about earlier, the sugar, alcohol, and junk food.
And probably let's not forget the toxins and cleaning materials and things
Yeah.
like that as well.
Or the other things we were talking about earlier
Yeah. Environmental.
in the makeup and this and that. There's so many that are disguised. We often don't even know it.
Yeah. Now, this might be the same question repeated, but name at least 3 actions one can take to look younger than our years. So is that my kind of an overlap
Um,
question?
3 actions one can take to look younger. I'm trying to think what I do to look younger. Yeah, no, I mean, I definitely think I would say sleep is number one.
Okay,
Yeah, I think it's so important to get quality sleep. Um,
I agree with that.
Hydration. I would say hydration is really.
What if the only thing standing between you and the life you want is your mindset? Imagine waking up every day with clarity, purpose, and the confidence to push past the limits that used to hold you back. That's exactly what author Mike Seeley unlocks in his powerful, transformative book, Mindset Unlocked. This is a special message for anyone seeking real change, for anyone who knows they're capable of more, but just needs the right key to access their potential. Mike Seeley's Mindset Unlocked is not just another motivational read. It is a practical, groundbreaking guide to understanding and reshaping the way you think, act, and believe. Mike has over 20 years of senior leadership experience, leading teams across global operations like Microsoft, Hewlett-Packard, BBC, and Informa. As founder of Zinc Global, he now helps others to overcome self-doubt, build confidence, and step into their potential. Mike Seeley takes you on a journey through the science and psychology of mindset. He breaks down how your thoughts shape your reality and how a shift in perspective can lead to breakthroughs in your career, your relationships, your health, and your purpose. It's honest, empowering, and filled with strategies you can begin using today. What makes Mindset Unlocked stand out is Mike Seeley's ability to speak directly to the reader. He combines relatable stories, actionable exercises, and a refreshing authenticity that makes you feel like you're having a conversation with a trusted mentor. This is a book for real people navigating real challenges such as stress, doubt, fear, uncertainty, and helping them transform those obstacles into opportunities. You'll learn how to break free from limiting beliefs, rebuild confidence and self-trust, reprogram destructive thought patterns, strengthen mental resilience, and unlock the hidden potential waiting inside you. These aren't abstract concepts. These are tools, mindsets, and habits that you can apply to your life immediately. If you've ever wondered why you feel stuck, why your progress has stalled, or why certain goals still feel out of reach, Mindset Unlocked gives you the answer, it gives you the blueprint, and most importantly, it gives you the hope. Mike Seeley reminds us that mindset is not fixed. It can be developed, it can be strengthened, it can be transformed. And when your mindset changes, your entire life changes with it. So if you're ready to become the best version of yourself, if you're ready to break through barriers and redesign your future, you need this book. Mindset Unlocked by Mike Seeley is available now from Amazon and wherever books are sold. Get your copy today and take the first step toward unlocking your true potential. Because your next level begins with your mindset, and that journey starts right here, right now. This is your moment. This is your breakthrough. It's time to unlock your mindset and transform your life.
Really important.
Yes.
Drinking, try to drink at least 8 glasses of water a day. And relaxation. I think it's very important to avoid stress in your life. So whatever that means to you, what it is that helps you feel relaxed, and that's going to be different for everyone. So if it's, reading a book, is it taking a bath? Is it playing an instrument? Is it taking a walk? Is it having a conversation with a friend? Is it meditation? Is it taking a nap? Whatever it might be. But I believe everyone should take 1 hour a day to focus on relaxation.
That is an excellent idea. I'm gonna have to start doing that. 1 hour a day relaxation.
Yeah,
Yes. Okay.
devote 1 hour a day.
Yeah. Now you offer two transformative wellness journeys based on the slow aging method that we to us and what the differences are and the time length of each.
Yes. One is my wellness recovery program, and that is for people who have just had some sort of surgery or recovering from a long-term illness, and that's 8 weeks. So like if somebody has just had heart surgery or some sort of back surgery, something like that,
Uh-huh.
and they need to have some sort of rehabilitation. So I help them with their diet, exercise, recuperation.
Okay.
And then the other one is my Flourish into the Future. That's a 6-month program. That's a transformative program. It's very powerful. Let me give you a quick example of that. That is planning for your long-term future. Let's say you're 50 now, and you look into your future when you're 75. I have you project, who do you want to be when you're 75? What do you want to be doing? How do you want to feel? Let's say that you have a dream of riding your bike through Europe with your spouse. Okay, love that. Um, in so doing, obviously, you want to be physically fit, you want to be healthy, you want to be energetic, you want to be mobile. So here we are, you're 50. We set goals for you to reach that goal. I realize 25 years is far away, but people generally don't think about their future, whether it's 5 years away, 10 years away, or 25 years away. So I help people plan their future, their health and wellness future, no matter what their goals are. It could be just, interacting with their grandchildren and being able to pick them up off the floor or out of a crib and having the strength and energy and the balance to do that. Or it could be having a big goal like, climbing a mountain. So I help them set their goals and set up a plan to flourish into their future.
Oh, that's great. Okay. What are the demographics of the people you generally coach?
The demographics are the people are generally professionals. They're have a college degree. They're usually 45 years old and older, and they are health conscious.
So everybody coming into you is pretty much going to be dedicated to doing
They
this.
have to be, or else I don't accept them as clients.
Yeah.
But a lot of times, they don't know what direction to go in. They usually have some challenge they're dealing with, some health or wellness challenge they need help with.
Claire, can you tell us about one or two of your success stories coaching?
Sure. Um, Recently, I've been working with a older gentleman. He's in his early 70s. He has never really taken that great a care of himself. He has been diagnosed with heart disease. Um, he really doesn't know what the best foods are to eat. He's never really exercised consistently. He's never really exercised. The only thing that he has ever done in the form of exercise is dance, but that's not been consistent either. So I have been helping him um, with his diet, put him on the Mediterranean diet, and develop new habits. That's the place to start because when people are older, or even when they're, in their 40s, people are well established in their lifestyle habits and they don't want to change.
Yeah,
Ron, they don't want to change
yeah.
or they don't know how to change. So that is the first place I have to start with people is to help them break their old habits and establish new habits. And that is very hard for people to do. They are very resistant. And so I have to work with people slowly to get them to start new habits. And it takes time to help them. Um, they often have setbacks. They don't want to change, and they understand theoretically the value of changing, but they don't want to change. Like this gentleman, he had the old habit of snacking at night. Like he lives alone and he's lived alone for I don't over 30 years.
Wow.
And he would sit up, watch TV, and snack on potato chips, I don't know, pretzels or whatever.
Yeah.
And just, I think it was just habitual. Not that he was really hungry, but just something to do.
Sure.
Loneliness, I don't know. And he just didn't realize how much, number one, it adds wasted calories. And secondly, people don't understand that when you eat at night, it interferes with your sleep ability to sleep because when you try to go to sleep, your digestive system starts activating and it interferes with your sleep.
Yeah.
Snacking at night is not healthy. You should not be eating after your dinner is finished. So that was he still hasn't broken that habit. It's been weeks.
Yeah.
Um, so habits, trying to break habits is a challenge for people who are stuck in their ways. So,
But you've had several successes, obviously.
oh yeah, helping people lose weight on the Mediterranean diet is one of the main successes I've had.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, yeah, it is hard to break those habits, and everybody sort of goes off the wagon, I'm sure, once in a while.
Yeah, and that's okay. You know, if you're on the diet, on the Mediterranean diet consistently, but let's say you go to a party and they're serving a dessert, you're going to indulge in that. That's okay.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, we can't be 100% perfect
Yeah,
all the time, you know.
yeah.
Claire, how can people contact you?
I am offering a special consultation for your listeners. It's a
Okay.
90-minute wellness consultation. And if they will contact me, and I'm hoping that you have a link in your show notes
Yes, I'm
so
going to
that,
definitely put it in my show notes.
yes, thank you. So they can sign up for a 90-minute free consultation with me so that I can help them become ageless in their vitality and radiance. I will give them an evaluation as far as what their current health and wellness is. And then during the consultation, I will offer suggestions on diet, exercise, sleep, and that sort of thing that will put them on a program to deal with any issues that they're having and so that they can slow their aging and increase their longevity.
Oh, that's great. Okay, so everybody who's listening to this, Claire's offering a 90-minute consultation free of charge.
Yes.
You can't beat that. And we'll have a link to that. So what is the where would they go? Is it
Let's
clairecavalieri.com?
see. It's clairecavalieri.com/90 min consultation. That's the link.
Okay, great. Um, okay, we'll put that in the podcast notes, and we'll put that out in our Facebook group and several other places on our website,
Thank you so
and
much.
that'd be great. Uh, Now for people out there, Claire, to wind up listening or viewing this podcast and who need a kickstart to reverse the downward spiral of aging poorly, what advice can you give them?
I would say just start small.
Hmm.
Start by eating more fruits and vegetables.
Right.
Um, Try to avoid the junk food, which is sugary foods and the ultra processed foods. Um, Try to add some sort of movement or exercise to your day. The easiest thing is walking. Just get outside and start walking 15 minutes, even 20 minutes. Try to do that a number of times a week. Um, Sleep, get some quality sleep, at least 7 hours a week. I mean, a night, sorry.
Yeah, a day.
Yeah. Avoid smoking for sure, and limit your alcohol or avoid it altogether.
Right.
And nurture healthy relationships.
Yep, all the stuff we talked about. So
Yeah.
so that's what everybody needs to do. Claire, I want to thank you for being on the podcast and sharing all this useful and important information with us. I wish you nothing but success in the future with your work going forward, helping people to age smartly and feel the best doing it. And it's great that you're offering this free consultation. I hope a lot of people uh, go for it, and we'll have it out there for you out in the public. So hopefully, a lot of people will take advantage of it. So
Well,
when
it's been a pleasure speaking with you, Ron, and I'm passionate about this topic, and I can tell that you are too.
Oh yeah, I've been on this path uh with the exercise. I exercise a lot and I try to eat healthy. I do have my little downfalls, of course. You
We
know,
all do.
I do have a sweet tooth, but I've for the most part I've realized that sugar and alcohol are very toxic to our organs. And every time I go out to eat, I see all these people eating fried foods and French fries loaded up. And a lot of times you take a look at them and they're so overweight, you know?
Yeah,
It's just amazing.
it
And
is.
you know, yeah, sure. If you want to have a French fry here and there, you know, fine, but you can tell that this is their diet and it's just, you know,
Yeah.
it's bad, you know. But when you go to Europe, I don't see it that much. I see a lot of healthier diets.
Yeah, I think that people, generally speaking, in Europe are healthier, except smoking is
Yes.
much more accepted, which I just don't
Yeah, I don't
understand.
get that either because I've been to Italy and Germany and all those places,
Yeah,
and everybody's smoking, and you know
yeah,
they're so healthy, and then they're just killing it with that.
yeah. I don't understand that at all. I'll never understand that, but I'm leaving for Italy in 30 days, and so I'm just going to do my best to not focus on that.
Well, stay away from the limoncello.
I really dislike limoncello.
Oh, that's good
Yeah,
because it's all over
don't
the
care for
place.
that, but there's some good wine over there.
Oh yeah. Well, thank you so much again, and I want to tell everybody out there if they have comments or suggestions for the podcast, they can email me at it's a wrap with rap at gmail.com. We're on Instagram, it's a wrap with rap podcast. We have a Facebook group. We have a couple thousand people. It is a private group, so you would have to contact me by email if you want to get in. And we're on X at rapper, WRAPPER130. Our website is it's a wrap with rap.com, and all the episodes are on YouTube on our YouTube channel. It's a wrap with rap, the podcast uncut. I want to thank everyone for listening or viewing. I want everybody to please stay safe. And for now, it's a wrap.